Today we have an exclusive interview with the director and staff of Modern Legends. But first, I would like to congratulate you on your AMA championship because the other states. I would like to congratulate you guys for your juniors first place and your intermediates first place. They did really, really well. Okay, I want to start with the history. You guys, no, we're going to introduce you guys first. Okay, so you are
Ali Pasha, Suni Ali Pasha, director of Modern Legends.
okay.
And I'm Alicia with Lassie, I'm a staff member of Modern Legends.
Okay, what part of the staff do you play?
I'm pretty much the administrative part.
Okay. So now we will give like the history and the background of you guys.
Oh, you can go first.
I think I was introduced to drill team in 1995,
Okay.
and I marched with King Sesson Souls over, well, intermediate squad at that time. And then when our intermediate squad won nationals, I helped to implement the open squad, King Sesson Souls. And I ran with King Sesson Souls until pretty much, we all got older and got more responsibilities, and we had to disband the group. But I was introduced to Modern Legends, the middle of last year. I was trying to find a placing home for my daughter. So they were under the tutelage of Ali for about six months. And then they pretty much was introduced to the junior squad. So they're part of the junior squad. And I also have my little sister,
Okay.
a part of the junior squad.
All right. So it's like a family thing.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Her mom is also a
Yes.
part of it.
My mom is also a staff member.
Okay. That's always good to have a family involved.
I got introduced to drill. I can't remember the year I can say, but I remember I was 13. I was on Post 224. I was a drummer, and from there I was playing drums up until 18. Then I moved to North Philly, and I started on Logan. I wanted to drill, so I went to Logan, started drilling with them for probably 2 years, and then I went back to 224. Continued there for quite some time, went back to Logan. Then I made my own. Then I made my own team, which now we have Modern Legends.
Okay. With the start of Modern Legends, the first question is, how did you decide your name, Modern Legends? With the most recent drill team introduction of the ballroom scene, Star Statement of Legends, did that have anything to do with your name?
No, not at all. I think making Modern Legends, the name itself was so hard to come up with because you want to make that impact, and everybody had that name that just like coming from Logan and Post for King Sesson, they all had these big names, and I could not just come out with something that was just so mediocre. So I was thinking something bigger.
Right.
So I'm like Legends.
Okay.
I wanted to be just one title,
Okay.
like Legends. And then I was like, nah. And then I remember being in the market. This is so stupid. I was in the market and I was getting butter.
Okay.
And my mom always get this butter called Imperial butter. And that the crown was on it.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, Legends. I needed a logo. I said, nobody probably would even reference that butter crown to Legends. And I was like, we need something up to date. And I was like, what means up to date? Modern. And I came up and said, Modern Legends. And it had a nice little tone to it. And I thought, okay, here we go.
Okay.
And that's how we came up with the name.
That's, yeah. Okay. I never heard a story like that, but that's good. It's interesting. Since the introduction of Star Statement and Legends and Icons to the drill team and the drill team community, you were deemed as a legend. Now, where do you feel that you should be placed in the totem pole? Like, do you feel like you're an iconic figure in the drill team world? Do you feel like you're a legendary figure in the drill team world? Do you feel like you're more so of like a pioneer in the drill team world?
To be quite honest, I don't feel either one of them. I feel like I'm not even started.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I feel like, I've been in the game for a while, but I feel like I haven't done everything I wanted to do.
Okay.
So therefore, I don't want to be a title. I know everyone throws these titles around so loosely.
Right, yeah.
And I don't want to grab none of them until it's my time to grab it. And
Okay.
you know, if I want to bow out gracefully, and if they want to title me then I would say whatever they probably want to go with. Whatever, you know, everyone, fans or whoever, or, you know, my peers, whatever they want to crown me, then I'll do that. But right now, I'm just enjoying it.
Okay. I do enjoy
Enjoying
it. Okay, enjoy some of the key goals that you structure your team on?
Discipline. I'm in love with discipline. I feel as though each kid when they walk in the door, they should be taught discipline. That's how the foundation of drill team, it should be, you know, kids respecting each other.
Right.
The staff, they got to start from somewhere. Because if you don't teach them that, if they just come in the doors and they just, you know, start learning the routine, it's just like, okay, what are we going to do here? Just go on the floor? We have to build some type of structure, family, discipline. That's my main goal when it comes to teaching my kids.
Okay.
Even with the staff, you know, they discipline the kids too. It don't just finish with me. It had to start somewhere else. It had to be family oriented and just, you know.
Like the term, it takes a village to raise a child.
Exactly, because
right.
I'm still learning myself.
Right.
You know, she had kids, I don't.
Right.
So she might be like, you know what, you gotta have discipline. My sister, you know, Juanita, they all come from that type of that discipline. So that's why I say discipline is my most.
Okay. Okay. I know all your staff are not here, but how would it hinder you if you didn't have everybody playing the role on your staff that they do?
Oh wow. I think I would be totally lost. I would be so lost. Like I wouldn't be able to do it. Like I know people say, you know, a lot of people tend to make a drill team by just themselves.
Right.
They say, oh, it's so easy. I can go out here and go get some kids from the street and make it. It's not that.
Hey, this is Jack. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
You want to come sit in?
Yeah.
You come sit down. Come sit down.
Have a seat.
Good, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
For everybody that doesn't know, this is Mr. Jack. I believe everybody should know who he is. He is the pioneer drill team. But
yeah, discipline, I would say, it been instilled in me from my younger days when I was on Post 4M, in East Logan. Harry didn't play.
Right.
Sherry didn't play. Jackie didn't play. So discipline is what I, teach my kids, and it's the first thing we must do before we do anything.
Okay. What are some of the things that you guys remember about drill team that you wish that would come back? Other than unity, right?
Yes.
I think just respect and camaraderie. Just applauding other teams. I mean, even if they're beating you all season, so what?
Right.
Just you put it on the floor. Just great job. Oh, beautiful uniform. I can't wait to see you guys. Get your next performance. Like that's just respect. I miss that.
I miss that.
Just move each other on, support each other, even the other regions. Come out to the other regions, support the other teams.
Yeah, I miss the crowd. I miss like the long competition.
Yeah, to like 8, 9
To 8,
o'clock,
9 o'clock, right.
almost 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. People don't really understand like drill team and like what the fun aspect that we had. Like that's what I wish would come back. Just a fun aspect. I still have fun doing it, but the people like that don't know, I wish they could see what we experienced back when drill team, now that they say it was still fun.
I say when it was. Back then when it was that many teams and the competition ended at 11, I think it became so creative now. If we still had that back then, we're probably going to take it something. Like I can't, it's to the point I was having a conversation yesterday with someone was like, we used to be in the stands, like, I'm going to go see my favorite team. I don't hear that anymore. I don't hear that. You can't say you have a favorite team. You gotta whisper, or it's going to get back, and some directors don't like. It's just crazy.
Well, I love your intermediates.
Thank you.
I love your intermediates. I love your junior team, but your intermediates, I love them. I don't care. I love this intermediates. Okay, I love them.
I seen you on tape. I was like, you always standing up.
Yes, I love them. So in drill team, we always have a best and a worst moment. What was one of your best moments and what was one of your worst moments in drill team? Let's not all speak at once.
Okay, I say one of my worst moments. I was in Logan. I'm not proud of this moment. It was me, Samia, and a couple other people. And we just wore the corsets. We was in, I forgot. I remember going up against Eastwick. Eastwick was our competition at the time. I was on Open. And me some Mia, and not proud, like I said. We took a little drink outside.
Sneaking around.
Peer pressure, I was young. And we had to perform. And the tap up went up, ready to perform, called attention. The tap up, I stayed there for the whole opening. Didn't realize we was on the floor and performing. Then I was like, oh God, then I started, but we still won. It was just crazy. But that, and I think my best moment was just creating this team. Because I had a lot of people saying I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Even to directors said I couldn't do it. Oh, he wouldn't last, he wouldn't do this. I think that moment when I first picked my team out on the floor, I had juniors and open at the time. That was my proudest moment. When we lose or draw, it was just a proud moment for me. And I think, we need to continue it for this long. I'm still,
Right.
happy and excited for that. Other than that, there's a lot of moments where you're not proud, but they look put you out of me. I'm keeping it
I had a
honest.
worse moment, I don't think nobody even knew about it.
Okay.
We had to perform, I think it was in Delaware, I think it was a semifinal, I can't remember what year it was. And I wore the wrong bra. And we had so much movement, I mean, we had floor stuff, everything. And it just fell out. And I just had to keep moving. And I had to make sure my face didn't show that I was just all over the place. I had to keep moving. And when I left the floor, I was just so glad that I got through it.
Mm-hmm.
You have those moments you go take pants fall down, stockings rip, people lose shoes. You just gotta keep
You gotta
moving.
keep moving.
But we was told not to let it show, and I never let it show. I don't think I ever talked about this.
Let it out. You
I never thought about
on
that.
stepping.
Yeah, you gotta keep moving. I never thought that was one of my worst moments. I think one of my best moments that I remember in your team was we had a hard time with our competition at the time. Eastwick and Conestoga, not Conestoga, Carmelites were the top two teams in Oakland. And all competition season, we could not get out third place. And we just kept going back to the drawing board, back to the drawing board, back to the drawing board. And we just kept trying, but we never, tried any drama, never tried to, do anything, to the other teams, try to throw them off, anything like that. We just kept on trying. The day that we actually won, it was the best feeling in the world. It was the best, because we actually put the time in and the effort, and we just kept, okay, we need to push harder. We was
hungry for it.
We couldn't beat, Eastwood was unbeatable.
Yeah, I remember.
They were unbeatable, and I was like, oh gosh, what are we gonna do?
Was it the
What did y'all
all-white?
do? Was that
We
the
did the
conference?
Smooth Criminal. We did the
In the Rex
suits.
No, not the Rex Blacks.
Mhm.
Oh, that was the
Yeah.
That was
That may be at West or something like that.
I don't remember.
I think it
No, we
was.
traveled to this competition.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. It wasn't in
I
Ohio.
remember y'all doing Smooth Criminal in the Rexway. Because y'all went up against us, and that's when y'all went. No, I don't think that.
Yeah,
I don't
was it?
think
Because they went up against Carmelites, because that's when I was on Carmelites. Eastwick did the all-white and they had the balloons.
I'm talking about that same one. That's
Okay.
when Carmelites did the little rolling of the dice,
Yeah.
and they was doing that little
The shoe shine. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That was in Jersey.
The
It
Rexway.
was in Jersey.
It was a big
Yeah.
place. It had activities and everything.
I think it was in 2002.
Yeah.
Because I remember my daughter had just been moving.
It
I
was
think it was
Rex
in
Blacks.
2002.
Yeah, y'all won. I remember.
Yeah.
And I swear, I had to make sure I didn't drop my baby. I was so happy because I could not march with them for that one, but I was there for everything. And because I had the baby, I was just so happy and so proud of them. Like, it was just tears for me because they worked so hard. Like, it was just, we were practicing Monday through Saturday, and it was like 5 to 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Hard, grinding,
Hungry.
sweating.
Hungry.
That's how you got big.
Yeah, that's how you got big.
Sweating.
Eastwood was tough the one round.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it
It
was.
was tough.
Okay, since you're on top right now, since your team is on top right now, what's your worst fear?
I think my worst fear would be if my kids was to get poured up. Not even about that on top. How? If my kids was to get caught up into, I don't want to say drama, but letting that the unnecessary, throw them off their game.
Okay.
That would be my words. Not losing, because we all lose.
Right.
But I think if they allow that to make them lose, not their step and things, but just the drama and all that, if they feed into the negativity, that would be like I said.
Right.
Because I'm not doing something right. That means I'm allowing them to do the things that I wouldn't want them to do. And that's what
Okay. Being as though you're all part of the staff, you're part of the staff, like what would be your worst fear to see happen to Model Legends?
I guess for each individual team member to lose their character, to lose themselves. You know, because once you lose your mind, everything else is.
Yeah, it's going.
It's going. It's going.
Right.
You know, we want these young ladies and this gentleman, our one gentleman on the intermediate squad to be strong individuals. You know, not to be followed. Be strong by yourself.
Right.
And I tell them that
All the time. Individual analysis.
I say do not. I say you are your own character. You better not follow after no one. That's even beyond these doors.
Right, right.
Beyond
just out
doors.
in the streets,
In
like
the streets.
you don't follow right, yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So that'll be,
Okay. With all the social media controversy behind, all the people wanting to come over to Model Legends, granted everyone wants to be a legend, did you feel that, maybe some people were just jumping on the bandwagon?
Yeah. You always want to get those people that jump on the bandwagon because of the name or, But that didn't deter me from, taking a child. Like I always say, if you read my bio on Modern Legend page, I always say, I would never turn a child away. Because if you turn a child away, you never know what that child might be doing outside these doors.
Right.
I didn't take no child to be malicious towards another team. And if you watch my team today, I have all my team.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm trying to give these kids an experience. Whether they take it, leave it, whatever they choose to do with it, I'm only doing it for, to benefit that child at the end of the day. Because I went out there with 7 juniors and won 2 national champions. I don't care about the numbers to me.
Right.
It's about that child at the end of the day.
Okay.
So I'll let the social media runs whatever story they want to run with. I know what we do in my home. My home is secure, safe, and everything else. Once I take care of home, I'll get nothing else. Nothing else.
All right. Everybody want to know. You had about 50 people in your open squad this summer. Everyone is expecting to come into competition, see Model Legends open squad hit the floor. Come into competition, don't see Model Legends.
And that's how it's going to be. Let me tell you why. When I first came out, I was a stickler for open. I was on open. That's when I first did everything. I was just, I learned how to drill. I learned how to, take control. I was open. You never see me around with a smaller group. I was always full open. Like when I was on open, I taught the juniors, but my heart was on open.
Right.
But when I got to modern, I told myself, if I have open, I have open. But I was geared towards the intermediates. I was not going to do anything older than the intermediates. It fell on my lap. And I knew a lot of people, and then, even the grown people, they wanted to drill. I said, well, I'm allowing to drill. Let it happen. But when it comes to when I lose that respect and I can't, have that discipline that I want, like I said before, I need that. And once some adults start losing it, I cannot have it. I don't care if I have 50 Beyoncés. If she don't follow the rules, pay dues, do what you need to do as a team member, then that's not going to happen. So with that open squad, they wasn't doing all those things. It was just, they lost it. They had a step, they had this, they had that. But once I say do this and do that, and you go left, I don't care. I don't care. We never cross that finish line. Right. We can have all our paperwork in. If you don't respect my staff and respect the rules that's on this team, we're not having it. We're not having it. That's the reason why they didn't go in.
Okay. So the rumors, we're gonna try to clear these rumors up. So the rumors, I don't know if you heard the rumors last year. I heard the same rumor last year that I'm hearing this year. You guys didn't perform last year at States, and then, after States was Model Legends is coming, to the qualifiers. And now this year is the same thing. Everybody is saying, you hear Model Legends coming to the qualifiers? They was out in the hallway like, oh, I can't wait to perform in January. You want to clear the rumors
I think it goes back to just what I just said. It's respect. If my team, if the open squad get themselves together, and the AMA allows us to do it, then I would do it. But I don't care what the AMA allows. It has to start here because this is my team.
Right.
I don't have to do the AMA. I don't have to do these competitions. But if they're not ready under these guidelines that we provide for them, then they're not going. They can talk to, God. You know, all day long. But I mean, I'm running this right now. So I can't even answer that about the open. If that's what they want to do, their hearts. If they want to, again, follow the rules and that's that place, then maybe they will be on the floor.
Okay. Well, you heard it first on Drill Team TV. Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, so with the way competition is set up today, and not being cocky or anything, but do you think there's anybody out there that can beat y'all?
Yes. And I say that. Not even loosely, I just say that because I think each team, every time I come into competition, I never go in with that mindset I'm in. I think if Juanita was here, she would tell you, if Reed was here, they'll tell you, I am a punk. I'm scared every competition because you never know, anything can happen. My whole team crossed the line before. Anything can happen. I mean, I sent them out there with the requirements to go out there and compete and be good at it, but you never know what the next team is doing. So I say yes, it's competition out there. It is. But I think a lot of teams not focus on what they need to be focused on. Right. And I want to say I stay focused on what I need to stay focused on.
But that's the truth.
It is the truth. Stay focused on you. Stop worrying about what the social doing. Right. What you get going. Don't worry about that.
Okay, again, you're part of the staff. You got your own opinion. Do you feel like there's anybody out there that can beat Mighty Legends right now?
Like I said, anyone can.
Okay.
Anyone can. Anyone works hard enough and wanted enough.
Like you said, when you was on Souls, y'all worked hard, y'all wanted it, y'all were hungry for it, and it happened.
Anything's possible.
Y'all need to get your plates full, Drill Team.
Anything's possible.
Get your plates full, eat it.
Throw something in on that point about that. When Logan, the drummers, was on stride and was winning a lot of competitions, etc.
Okay.
And I can't think of the guy's name from King Sesson, but he came to me and he said, Mr. Jack, what is it going to take to beat y'all? And I said, practice. And he must have took that for the truth. So next time the competition came up, King Sesson beat us. So I always like to share that story. To me, that was all about practicing, and getting it in, getting the work in.
Right.
And the next time they beat us.
Once you put that work in,
things can happen.
And I was just thinking about your earlier question about what changed the drill team from when we used to drill back in the day. We didn't have social media.
Yeah, I say that a lot.
Social media has been the downfall to drill team to me.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, well, that's going to be that was my next question anyway. Do you feel like where the drill team is today, that it's at a halt? And like, why do you feel like that it's at a halt if you do? Like the growth of drill team.
Can I answer? I don't think it's at a halt.
Okay.
I think it's at an all-time level of creativity. I just think back to what you said, there's no unity, there's no support. So when we see another team doing good, say if they even make it on TV, we're sitting back hating as if that needs to be us. Instead of, pushing them so we all can come in and stick together and do something. I think that's where the halt is at. I don't think the drill team will stop because there's always going to be someone who venture out to make a drill team, whether they're good or bad or not. I think we're always going to see a drill team. We're just not going to get what we hoping that we had back then. It's just going to be the same hateful.
Yeah, when you're trying to get exposure to drill team, you don't want the exposure to be negative.
Right.
I used to, sit back and watch cheerleading competitions on ESPN on the weekends and be like, we are better than them.
Yeah,
we're more entertaining,
right.
And I just couldn't understand why drill team couldn't get their airplay. They get $500,000 checks for first place. Yeah. And we worked this hard, put in 10 times more money, saving up for uniforms and travel and everything like that.
A trophy.
I've been saying it for years. Like, what is it going to take for drill team to get more exposure?
Right.
I'm seeing some teams are actually out doing other things, which is great. I love to see that.
Right.
I love to see growth in drill team. But it's just, some people really need to mature and grow up, really. Because if you have a team and you're the leader and your team see how you behave, then they're going to behave like you. They're going to think that's the norm. You know, you're supposed to be the one to actually show them, you know, this is how you handle yourself in the world.
Mhm.
And some kids don't have that. They don't have that at home.
Right.
You know, when you have a disciplined drill team, this is maybe the only place where they get discipline.
Mhm.
Oh, no one ever told me that that was wrong.
Right.
You know, it's just like you said, it's raising, molding kids. You
Because
molding
some
young
of the kids
adults.
are adults at home. They're the parents at home.
Right.
You got that right.
They're
Right.
12 and 13 and they're the parents at home.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so
I mean, I'm making my point to, you know, request our members on Facebook so I can follow them, see what they're doing on the day-to-day.
Yes.
You know, to correct them if they're
Yes.
doing something wrong, because some parents may not be paying attention to their
yeah,
child.
you're right.
You know, and when you correct a child that hasn't been corrected, that's love to them.
Mhm.
You care enough to say, well, you know, you shouldn't do that.
Mhm.
You're going down the wrong path.
Right.
This is what you should do. Don't say that. This is how you're supposed to act. This is how you're supposed to carry yourself. Everyone call me Miss Alicia, even the adults.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not that old, you know?
right,
I'm
yeah.
older than you, right?
I'm 32. Yeah. Now we are.
32? Wow. Happy belated birthday. He's 32. Did y'all know that? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but a lot of people think I'm older than what I am
Right.
because it's the way I carry myself.
Mhm.
But also that came from Miss Sand
Mhm.
and Miss Wood.
Right. Came from drill team.
It
That's
came from
something
drill
that
team,
we
too.
were brought up and they taught us that
Right.
these kids out here, they don't have that. The ones that's just running the street. And if it wasn't for drill team, a lot of kids wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have it. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't have the
I wouldn't
discipline that I
have it.
am. Yeah.
That's why our drill teams was really created though, in most cases. It was
Mhm.
always created just to keep kids off the street. I know that's what we did in Logan.
Right.
It was created for a community thing, keep the kids off the street, give them something positive to do.
Mm-hmm.
And we taught them a lot, you know, from respect and
Yeah.
whatnot and stuff like that, because you had to respect.
Definitely.
You had to respect. So.
She
Definitely.
did. Yes, she did. And I like the fact that at that time the AMH started traveling more. It was kids that never came out of the city.
Yeah.
That have never been out of Philadelphia. I remember the first time we went to Dayton, Ohio, even though we didn't go to an affluent neighborhood in Dayton, Ohio, they had the opportunity to get out of the city.
Right, to leave Philadelphia.
You know, no matter how much we had to tag or raise money, you know, you're gonna always have those kids that don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's a part of being a family.
Right.
We gotta show each other up. You know,
What a
we know that
family
this
is.
parent don't have it. Okay, this we gotta do to make sure all our kids get this opportunity.
Right.
You know, everyone is equal on an equal playing field.